Good afternoon, everybody. Just waiting for people to follow us, to log in. We'll get started in just a minute. Hello there. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you might be calling in from. Good to see everybody. So excited about today. Just waiting for our guest to join. Hello, Rook. Omar should be joining shortly. Hello there. I can't believe it's Earth Day already. Nice to see so many joining us. Thank you. All right, just waiting for, hello, Christine. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you. Just waiting for our guest to join us. We'll be starting very shortly. Yes, absolutely. We need to, there we go. Hold on. Hold on. We are waiting for, hey Omar, how are ya?
Good afternoon, how are you?
Good to see you. Thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so let's get started. So I'm Miriam Nelson. It's really nice to meet you. I'm the president and CEO of the Newman's Own Foundation, and the foundation was started by the actor and Oscar-winning Paul Newman, and was a race car driver and most importantly a philanthropist. And my job is, and my team's job is to help ensure his legacy, that all of the profits that go from the great food that we sell goes to great organizations such as the Food Project. So on behalf of the Newman's Own Foundation, I want to wish everybody a happy Earth Day today, and we're hosting a very special edition of Instagram Live. So Earth Day is a worldwide event focused on clean living and promoting healthy, sustainable habits for people and wildlife alike. And this day always serves as a sort of a conscious reminder of how fragile our planet is and what we need to do. So today we're speaking with Omar Carranza, who is at the Food Project. A Food Project is near and dear to my heart. It's an organization based in the Boston, Massachusetts area. And Omar serves as, I think you've got the greatest job, Omar, Seed and Dirt Crew Supervisor for the North Shore region. And Omar's been active in the organization since 2011, when he first joined as a young person. I think you're still young, in Seed Crew. As I interview Omar, please, if anybody that's watching has any questions, just pop them in the comments section. So shall we get started?
Absolutely.
All right, thanks so much for being here. So my first question is, how does the Food Project support local communities and local youth, and to really think about food access for all? So how do you do your work, and how do you support our youth?
Well, first of all, like I said, thank you for having me. I appreciate the space, and to answer your question, at the Food Project, youthful community kind of are the things we talk about the most, so the intersections we have the most, and so. For us, it's important to, not only talk about ways in which we can provide access to, communities that, don't necessarily have, a really set, access to food. And I think sustainable culture, food brings everyone together, right? And I think that's one of the best things about, working on a farm is that, through the work we do at the Food Project, we not only bring community members, we bring youth, and we bring food at the end of the day together to give communities access to food. And a way in which we do that, we have our farmers markets in our Dudley and Lynn neighborhoods. We have our mobile markets in Lynn as well. And a special shout out to our Lynn and Dudley girls for really kind of tying the community aspect to the work that we do.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I lived in a neighboring town of where the food project started. And so I got to visit the food project in Lincoln quite often, which was really wonderful, and just loved it. It was always inspiring, and seeing so many people connecting together, connecting with the soil and the earth. I mean, it was just always very inspiring. So what drew you to do this work? Like, how did you get started?
Well, the reason I've been working with the food project in some capacity since 2011, and it started from one of my peers in high school. Just going, oh, you should apply for this job, and never worked on a farm before. Never knew that there would be a farm in the city where I grew up in. To make it even more special, the farm that we work on in Lynn was my elementary school. So there's always that connection there. Yeah, and it's really meaningful to me, and I think that definitely inspires me into the work I do, is because I know that I was once a youth. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to farm when it's 100 degrees out, and like it's really hot. I know when it's thundering and it's pouring down rain on you, right? And I think that all these experiences that I've had as a youth, inspire me to not only just bring those experiences to the work I do, but it helps me connect with the youth. Like, I'm a social worker by trade, and so nothing makes me happier than to have youth
Right.
in my job, to supervise youth, because I know that youth are the future in terms of making sure that they know everything around them, right? Tending to the land,
Right.
and it will tend to you, right? So I think that
Right.
those are things that
Yeah.
I really like to hone in on, as well as those moments of magic, right?
Right.
Those moments of magic where you see your crew together on the farm, having fun, working together as a team, and building that camaraderie, which I think is always, to me, really exciting, and it drives me more, right? To how can I continue to push myself? How can I continue to push the youth I supervise and my fellow coworkers to make sure that as many people as possible know about the great work that the food project does.
So we have a couple of questions from our viewers. One is, in addition to Lynn, and what other communities in the Boston area is the food project working within?
So we have 2 farms and a greenhouse in our Dudley neighborhood in Boston, or Roxbury. We have our huge farm in Lincoln, and we also have a new land in Wenham as well.
Oh, wow.
So we have 2, for each region. We have our North Shore region, which is kind of like Lynn, everything north of Lynn and so on. That's our North Shore region. We have our Lynn is our urban farm, and Wenham is our suburban farm.
Got it.
And for the greater Boston region, it's our Boston farms, and the greenhouse are our urban lands, and Lincoln is our suburban land.
Got it. And then there was another question about, do many of the youth that work on the farm, do they continue in some capacity in terms of sort of what I would call food work in some way? Like yourself?
Yeah, actually. So I'm the supervisor of SECU, which is kind of the beginning, of the food project, where everyone is brand new. So not only are they learning about the work that's done on the land, but engaging in social and food justice workshops, which are really important. And with school schedules and just capacity, not every youth that applies for SECU continues on in our programs, and I think that's why I find SECU to be so important, as some youth's lives change because of SECU. I know for example, my life changed because of my crew leader and the crew I was in when I was a youth, and so I think it's really important for me to make sure that I set the tone for a really great summer, and also just be really just a wealth of knowledge to share with all the youth, and hopefully make them come back.
Yeah. So to that point, so if a young person wants to get involved, what kind of experience do they need, or how do they get involved?
Well, I mean, just a will to wanting to be involved, right? I know that we have volunteer opportunities on our farm, in which we can, we work on the land,
Uh-huh.
get our hands dirty together, right?
So they can just go to thefoodproject.org and find more information.
Yeah, the foodproject.org has a bunch of information on volunteer opportunities,
Yeah.
Kind of updates. If you want to work here at the Food Project, you can always see what positions we have available, and just kind of gives a synopsis of where we're at in the work that we're continually engaging in.
Uh-huh. And then do you like, where do you have a story of like a young person with whom you've worked with where this has really transformed their lives?
I have too many stories. I have too many stories, right? And I think I can take longer than the time we have here to talk about all the youth that I feel like have really been impacted by the work the Food Project does. Right. And I think that to give you a story, I'm going to bring it to me, right?
Yeah.
I was once a youth, and I think for me it was really eye-opening to see that like you can work on a little, the farm and land is it's peaceful to me, right? Because of all the work and all the great memories I have there. And I think that for me, it's knowing what I know now. Like I engage more in cooking. I engage more in talking to my friends and relatives about where their food comes from, and also being really creative with how we do that as well. I know that in my house, every year we try to grow tomatoes. Does it work? Sometimes, but you know what? We try, right? And I think that it's that spirit of tend to the land, it will tend back to you. That I really try to that I hold near and dear to me.
So you're like the epicenter of goodness, and it radiates out from you. Do you does the Food Project work with schools, with local schools?
Yes, actually, in our North Shore region, we partner with Lynn Public Schools to have salad days where we would go to third graders at the elementary school in Lynn, where we grow lettuce, like we tend to it, and then at the end of close to the end of the school year, we have like this really like celebration where they get to eat the lettuce that they've helped.
Grow, that's fantastic.
So it's kind of like literally seed to fork, right? Which
it really is.
They put the work and they put the effort into tending to it, and now they get to enjoy a really great salad because of it.
That's fantastic. Anything else you want to add before we finish up?
Just thank you for the time, and just really appreciative of the space, and at the Food Project, we always believe that food is not a privilege; it's a right, and so I think that through the work that we all do together, it's about creating ways in which we can not only engage with our youth, our community, with the land as well, to create a really well balanced system.
Really well said. So thank you, Omar, and thank you for taking the time to talk to Newman Zone. We appreciate everything that you do and that the Food Project does, and we really encourage people to go to your website, thefoodproject.org. And as we continue to celebrate Earth Day, we encourage everybody that's listening and all of your family and your friends and colleagues to think about Earth Day, think about the earth, give back, and we really thank everybody for your support. Together, we're going to make a big difference. So thank you so much, Omar. Let's keep in touch.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and thank you for the time, and thank you everyone for participating and watching with us. Thank you.
You bet. Thanks so much. Take good care.
Have a nice day.
Yeah. Bye-bye.